Have you ever noticed how commercial strength machine handles are designed? Take a look next time you're in the gym. Pressing machines, row machines, preacher curl machines, even a lot of cable attachments. They all have something in common. They don't look like a barbell. In other words, they don't run straight across your body and force your hands into fully pronated or fully supinated positions. 99% of strength machines out there have angled handles that allow you to lift with your hands in a more neutral position. There's a reason for that. It's the same reason these exist. I'm Matt, and these are N-Gage Grips. In the next few minutes, I'll explain to you what they are, what they do, and the simple bit of biomechanics behind why they work. So first, what are they? N-Gage Grips are a set of angled grips that slap onto any Olympic barbell. They're patented, made in the USA, and are made from ultra-durable, non-slip natural rubber. Now, what do they do? It's a simple concept, really. Traditional barbells force your hands into fully pronated, palms down, or fully supinated, palms up positions. These hand positions can create torque and tension in your wrist, elbows, and even in your shoulders. So unless you have nearly perfect joints, chances are you've experienced some joint issues when lifting with barbells. The angle on N-Gage Grips allow your hands to sit in a more neutral position. And when your hands are more naturally angled, your wrist, elbows, and shoulders move more naturally too. And this is exactly why commercial strength machine manufacturers have been designing their equipment with angled handles for decades. Not only is it easier on your joints, but it also allows you to move weight with better mechanics compared to fully pronated or fully supinated hands. For example, many people experience shoulder pain when bench pressing. In most cases, the pain is caused by the lifter flaring their elbows out wide when performing the lift. And this is not a biomechanically ideal position for most. That flared elbow is your body's way of compensating for your fully pronated hand. This creates a very tight and restricted movement in the shoulder and can even lead to very painful impingement caused by tendons, cartilage, or bone being pinched against one another. But benching with a more neutral hand position can absolutely help. A less pronated, more neutral hand helps relieve the tension in the wrist and elbows and allows you to tuck your elbows slightly when performing the bench press. This will open up space in the shoulder so everything can move more freely and you can move that weight in a more efficient way. Now, the most important thing about N-Gage Grips, and the one thing a lot of people get wrong, is they're not just for bench press and they're not just for shoulder issues. Where you feel it and how you use them mostly depends on you and your body. Most people do notice it most in the shoulder during barbell bench press. But if your wrists are what give you problems, you might set them up differently and feel more relief there. Or if you've got elbow tendonitis, you might tend to use them more on bicep curls and tricep extensions. Your body will tell you how to set them up and where to use them the most. You just have to give yourself enough time to experiment with them and learn how to leverage them in your workouts. Okay, now let me clear up some things people assume about N-Gage Grips that aren't true. First, these aren't a grip aid and they're not gloves. They don't make the bar easier to hold, and they're not necessarily going to prevent calluses on your hand. The grips are nearly twice the diameter of a bare bar, so they can actually be harder to hold onto, which as a bonus challenges and builds your grip strength over time. And that thicker grip isn't just a challenge. Gripping harder has actually been found to increase full body tension, which can lead to more muscle activation and force production. A firm and powerful grip has also been found to fire up the stabilizer muscles in your shoulder. There's real research on all of this, and I'll dig into that in another video. Some people also worry that they're going to slip or spin on the bar. That's totally understandable, and you should always be careful when lifting weight over your body with a barbell, especially when you have some form of attachment on. But N-Gage Grips are designed to effectively stay glued in place as long as you're using a reasonable amount of grip force. We've iterated the design and material through the years and have never settled for anything less than the best when it comes to safety and performance. Our proprietary natural rubber material is not only ultra durable and tough, but it also has an extremely grippy and non-slip surface. Now onto the gimmick question. Isn't this just some dumb gimmick this guy's trying to sell to make a quick buck? Yeah, I heard that one before. Totally understand the skepticism, but N-Gage Grips aren't just another fitness gimmick. Go back to where we started. The most trusted strength machines in every gym across the world use angled handles rather than forcing your hands straight down or straight up. Not to mention the popularity of easy bars and multi-grip bars. Angled grips aren't exotic. They're not new. They're actually the norm, and for good reason. We've just created a way for you to incorporate this obvious advantage into your barbell. And to prove this, we offer a 60-day risk-free trial period for every set of grips that are purchased on N-GageGrips.com. Use them for a couple months, and if you still aren't a believer, send them back for a full refund. So you might be asking, why not just use easy bars or multi-grip bars instead of buying N-Gage grips? Well, there's a few reasons. And number one is the thicker grip advantages I mentioned just a bit ago. Number two is versatility. Not only are N-Gage grips much less expensive, but they can be used on basically any piece of equipment in the gym, not just barbells. And number three is adjustability. Easy bars and multi-grip bars typically only have a couple hand position options, but N-Gage grips can be placed anywhere on the bar you need them based on your exact ideal grip width and the lift you're about to perform. Well, that's the what and the why. In the next video, I'll walk through exactly how to put them on the bar and how to use them on any lift. And if you want to grab your set of N-Gage grips today and use them risk-free for 60 days, click the link in the description below.